What's up, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. So today I am vlogging or documenting just a day in the life of me, which is July 2nd, 2026. I want to talk about my new plan moving forward in my life because I've had some epiphanies over the last few days, the last few weeks and stuff. And let me get that light back on. Because recently, about 4 days ago now, we went to Yosemite and hiked the Half Dome. As beginner hikers, never had hiked before. I literally bought hiking shoes for that hike, and so did most of my friends. We went with 7 people total, including me. Really good hike, really good thing to do because it was really hard on our bodies. It was hard on our minds. And I realized that your mind definitely takes your body far and your body definitely takes your mind far. And so you want to upgrade both. Then over the last few days, I've been doing a lot of writing, a lot of thinking, a lot of working on myself. Not really talking to my girlfriend right now, so I have a lot of free time to myself. And what I've come to realize is that I need to niche down because niching down with my brand, with my business, allows me to give value where I actually have results, and so I can actually build authority. It's hard to talk about writing or content creation or scaling your social media or building up your brand or building up your business and making money online if I haven't done those things yet and if I haven't done them well yet. Yeah, I can talk to people who are 3 to 5 steps behind me, but I don't really like that model too much. I like getting really good at a thing and then being able to share value that has helped me get really good at that thing. So the main area that I've built actual authority in, or that I can build authority in because I have real results and a real story behind it, is mindset. So I've decided to focus my entire brand and business on mindset. And I will build my personal brand after I get extremely good at growing a brand around mindset and building a business and growing a business around mindset. My plan is to create everything I do based on and seen through the lens of mindset. So when I build out lead magnets, which are just downloadable digital products, reading lists, Notion templates, things like that, when I build out courses, coaching curriculums that I offer as a service, content pieces, or anything else, all of it is going to be focused on mindset. Mindset specifically for creators who want to be like me or who want to become similar to the person I want to become. So someone who's a top performer, someone who's a billionaire, or thinks like a billionaire, acts like a billionaire, and moves towards that type of status and that type of performance, even if at some point you let off the gas and you don't want to be a billionaire anymore and you stop out at 100 million or $500 million. I want to talk to creators who want to perform at the peak level that they possibly can, who want to max out themselves, their emotions, their mindset, their skill set, their beliefs, their values, their principles, the ways that they think, the ways that they operate, the worldview they have, their bodies, their relationships, all of those things. I want to holistically max out myself, my own human potential in all those areas, and I want to help other people and attract other people who want to do the same thing. So I study people who are really, really, really good at all of those areas. I study top artists and top scientists and top builders and entrepreneurs and top architects and top war generals and top warriors. I study these types of people because they have the greatest ways of thinking, the greatest mindsets, and I like to share that and consume that and build that into my own mind obsessively. So I actually have a story of where I've come from, which is of course insecure, no skills, very fixed mindset, very hopeless, didn't care if I unalived. Like all of these things were really me, and I know there are a lot of other people too, and I know there are a lot of people today. So I want to talk about mindset where I actually have a story and authority that I can build so that people will follow me, people will grow my brand, people will buy my products and those types of things because my products are going to go deeper than my content can. So if you want more value from me, you're going to have to go through my products, and I have to do it that way, even if they're free products, because I can't go very deep on just a YouTube video. Most people watching YouTube videos are beginners at things, and so I have to talk to a crowd who's kind of new. So I have to stay pretty surface level, pretty foundational. And guys, the real reason I want to build authority in my brand and my business is not only to make money, but it's to actually support people in the way I can support them best. Right? That's the whole thing I'm talking about here. So I needed to add that in because it's very, very important that I build authority and build trust with people so that they actually take my advice and listen to me and go apply it, because I've solved problems for myself that saved me from unaliving myself or from hating myself or from hating life or the people around me. And I want to be able to help other people who struggle with those same problems, those same challenges, the same pains in their life that I had. I want to be able to help them. And the only way I can do that is if I do grow and if I do build authority in this niche. Inside of my courses and downloads, maybe mini courses that are for free, and of course in my coaching, I will actually help you build up from a foundational level these mindset skills that you need to be as effective as possible, as successful as possible. Goal setting, like these are mental skills. Focus, it's a mental skill. So I need to help people, and I want to help people build up their mindset and their growth mindset. It's a mental skill. It's a mental set of skills that helps you be effective as possible. So I'm building a brand and a business around solely around mindset. So I'm niching down to mindset for creators, and I'm only going to focus there, building that brand only around mindset. I'm not going to talk about self-improvement. I'm not going to talk about writing or business or marketing or copywriting or storytelling or communication yet. On my personal brand over time, as I want to share things that are just things that I use in my life that make me effective as possible and as valuable as possible to myself and to other people around me, and at achieving my own goals and creating my vision, the life I want to live, then I will start to share other things outside of the realm of mindset. But for now, I'm going to build my brand entirely around mindset for creators, people who are building brands and businesses online, who are creating digital products and coaching and physical products and selling online through content. That is what I'm going to help people do, is create a mindset that makes you unstoppable, that makes you immovable in the face of challenges, in the face of problems, in the face of pain or boredom or just hard times. So I'm super excited to do that. And one of the things I've learned recently that I actually want to pursue as well is to go be an apprentice for a great entrepreneur. And my reasoning behind that is because I want to learn the ropes. I want to learn how business works at a foundational level. I want to watch a master work and learn things that you can only learn through being an apprentice. Specific knowledge, Naval called it. Specific knowledge that you can only learn through watching a master in his day to day, asking him questions about what he's doing, observing him and asking questions to yourself about what he's doing, about why he thinks that way, about how he solves problems, about how he sets goals, about how he focuses, about how he prioritizes and gets things done effectively, about how he leads. I want to watch a great entrepreneur do this up close because I want to be a great entrepreneur. I don't want to be an okay entrepreneur. I don't want to be a $10,000 per month entrepreneur. I want to be a $1 billion entrepreneur. I want to be one of the greatest entrepreneurs who ever lived. And my reasoning for that is because I believe you should shoot as high as you possibly can in every area that you're pursuing goals in, because then no matter where you land, you'll at least go much further than if you capped yourself out and limited yourself at $10,000 per month, or whatever your limiting belief tells you you're able to make, or whatever your belief tells you is a lot of money. We all have a number that is a lot of money. If I ask you right now, what is a lot of money per month? We all have a number. That's a limiting belief. It's a glass ceiling inside of your mind, but we all have one. Maybe it's 10,000, maybe it's 5,000, maybe it's 1,000 for some people. If I could just make $1,000 extra per month, I'd have all these other things. I love my life better, whatever. But it also could be 50,000 or 100,000 or 300,000. One time I heard Grant Cardone say he woke up on a Monday morning and had made $500,000 on his phone. A little notification came through and said, hey Cardone, you have 543,000 new dollars in your bank. That's a Monday morning. So if you think $15,000 or $10,000 or $5,000 or $1,000 is a lot per month, you're sorely mistaken. But if you think that's a lot because it'll change your life and impact you in a great way, then of course you're probably correct. So for me, I want to become the best person I possibly can, help the most people I possibly can at the highest quality level I possibly can do it. I believe that greats play the long game. Greats play the long game because the longer you delay gratification, the larger the reward grows because of compound interest. And if you know anything about compound interest, all it really means is that the smallest returns are at the beginning and they're the hardest to get. The largest returns are at the end and they're the easiest to get. And so the sooner you can start, bring in that start line, and the further out you can push that finish line, the larger your compounding returns get. And the reason it's called compounding is because it isn't addition, it's multiplication. So the results that you're getting stack onto each other. They double every single year. So that obviously gets way bigger than if they just added on another plus one, plus one, plus one, plus one every year. It doesn't happen like that. It's 1, then it's 2, then it's 4, then it's 8, and on and so on and so forth. And so your rewards far out get absolutely fucking astronomical. And to illustrate that point, I'll give you a very quick example. Warren Buffett is worth some astronomical amount of money, right? He's worth, let's just say $150 billion. I have no idea. But I did hear recently that Warren Buffett actually made like 80% of his wealth in the last 5 years. That's because of compound interest. All of his 50 plus years in business prior to the last 5 years, he stacked up 49% of his money. And in the last 5 years, he stacked up 51% of it. And that'll only keep multiplying as he just continues to hold on to his investments that he has. That's compound interest. I say all that to say, since I want to be the greatest in the world, I believe that I need to play the long game. And I know most people would just start a business online and they just go for it for life. But the thing is, I want to be extremely good. And to be extremely good, I believe you should study a master because they'll condense your timelines. They'll teach you things in minutes that took them 10 years to learn. And yes, you could learn that online through podcasts and through courses and through videos. You could. But it's much slower. And it's not tailored to you. They don't know you. They're just speaking to everybody. So you need somebody who knows you, who cares about you, who has stake in your life and your problems and wants to help you a mentor who has an apprentice who's pouring into actively every single day. He wants this apprentice to take on the burden of what he's built. He wants this apprentice to take on the torch and keep walking with it that he's lit. You know, if it's like if you're a parent and you're pouring into your kid, you want your son to be as strong as possible. You don't really care about other people's sons unless you don't have a son and you want to pour into them. Or maybe it's your son's friend and you want to pour into both of them. So I believe that if I can get a mentorship, if I can become an apprentice to a master who I can watch up close and study him day by day by day for even 12 months, I will significantly push myself forward. I will condense the timeline it takes for me to become an absolute fucking monster in business, an absolute fucking beast in entrepreneurship, in building, in problem solving, in thinking quickly. That is why I want to become an apprentice. That is why I'm going to be applying to great entrepreneurs companies, and why I'm going to be trying to get my foot in the door, even if it's just me working for free for a few months or 6 months. I don't really care. I just want to be up close to them so I can learn from them. I want to get paid in experience, in wisdom, in judgment. I don't want to get paid in money. If I get paid a couple dollars to live, great. It's amazing. But if anything, I will build my business online just for the sole purpose that I'm able to make money, generate an income, and then I'm able to work for somebody for free for 6 months or however long it takes for me to learn what I need to learn, just so that I'm able to get my foot in the door, because I don't have all the qualifications. I didn't go to college, but I have a growth mindset. You know, I'm relentless. I built grit. I commit to my goals for life. I try as hard as I can. I shoot as high as I can. I condense my timelines as often as I can by reading books and studying mentors and taking things from them and stealing shortcuts from them that I can apply to my own life. And so I'm very hungry. I want to become greater. I want to become more. I want to support whoever's around me and support whoever I work for or work with to the best of my abilities. So I built these kinds of things in the last 2 years. I haven't really built a business online. I've started to create content and things, but I've really built myself up. I really focused on self-improvement and developing me, developing my beliefs, because for the first 20 years of my life, I didn't have those things. I was, like I said, I was depressed. I was lost. I was hopeless and angry and emotionally controlled and all these messed up stuff, or controlled by my emotions, excuse me. So now that I've upgraded myself into somebody who's actually effective, working with other people, working on things, building skills, applying myself to solve problems with those skills consistently, showing up every day, learning how to prioritize and distinguish signal from noise, and then actually just focusing all my time and energy on the signal. I've built those things up inside of my own mind, and I want to teach other people how to do it. So I will with my mindset brand, my mindset business. That's what I'm focusing on, like I said in the beginning. And in that time, I will also be applying to great brands and great entrepreneurs and great teams that I would like to work with and be a part of, so that I'm able to support them and support myself. So it's selfishly being selfless. I'm pouring into myself just as I always have, so that I can become the best version of me, so that I can serve people around me and the people in my life and the people I want to help to the highest quality and the best of my abilities that I possibly can. And I want to do it at scale. So I want to help many people at a high quality. That's why I write. That's why I create content. It's why I write blogs. It's why I write newsletters. It's why I write books now. You know, I want to help many, many, many people for many, many, many years and thousands of hours without me even being there. It's why I create things like this, media. I use my communication abilities with my writing and my speaking that comes from my thinking and my reading and my experience and just who I've become as a person, so that I'm able to condense those ideas down in a way that other people can digest them and use them in their life to get better results in whatever way that I'm talking about. If I'm talking about communication, I'll do it there. If I'm talking about reading books and learning, I'll do it there. I want to help you, and whoever reads my work or watches my work or listens to my work, do whatever they do more effectively. Do whatever I'm teaching them to do 10 times more effectively, 100 times more effectively, 1,000 times more effectively. And the reason is I believe you can. I believe anybody can get 100 times or 1,000 times or infinitely better at the thing they were once doing poorly, at the thing they were once bad at. And I know it to be true that humans can do this because of, one, brain plasticity. Look it up. I'll talk about it in a different video. And two, because I did that. I had no confidence, I built it. I had no skills, I built them. I had no communication skills, built them. People skills, relationship skills, sales skills, content creation skills, business skills, I built them. So I know that any human who has a working brain, a working mind, and limbs that move can actually go out and create the life they want to live by setting a vision and then setting goals that move you towards that vision for the life you want to live, and then actually going out every single day, getting around the people who are also after those type of goals, building the skills that you need, finding other people who are also building those skills that you want to get good at. And that's really what I'm doing here. Fundamentally, that's what I'm doing. I'm building a mindset brand and business so that I'm able to bolster my own mindset as I teach and help you build your own mindset. And then I'm applying to these great brands and great entrepreneurs so that I can work with them and be an apprentice to somebody. Maybe their team, maybe them, maybe I work my way up, maybe I find my way to them, maybe I just get to meet them a few times. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm just going to try. I have to try. I want to be the greatest. And so I think I need to delay gratification so I get the biggest compounding returns. And to me, that's not starting my own business this year, even though I've been working on it. It's not starting my own business and committing to it solely forever and thinking I'm going to become the best while I bang my head around on the walls trying to figure out problems people have already solved. Let me just go to those people so I can learn how business works at a fundamental level, so I can watch them work and so I can start to become one of them myself. That's my plan. And so I'm applying to different apprenticeships and really anywhere. I'm going to show up to online events, in-person events. I'm going to show up to anything I can to find these entrepreneurs so I can meet them or meet someone who knows them so that I'm able to get into the doors of these places, of these people. That's what I want to do. And what I mean by playing the long game is I'm going to work for 12, maybe 24 months with these people so I can become extremely good, extremely fast. I want to condense the timelines down. I don't want to take 10 years to get good as an entrepreneur. I want to take 1 year, maybe 2 years of relentlessly grinding and helping these other people grow their business by bringing myself and my valuable skill set, or the skills that I will build working with them, to them that add value to their life so that they want me there and so that they want to pour into me and make me better. That is my freaking plan. Build my mindset business, build a brand online, build a business online that focuses only on mindset for creators. So I niche down so that I'm more valuable to them. I'm more specifically talking to them, and I myself have an easier day because I don't have to think about business, writing, self-improvement, storytelling, communication, all of these other skills. I just need to talk about mindset all of the time. And if I'm only talking about mindset, I've effectively created the best job ever because I am absolutely obsessed to my core with mindset, the way people think. The way people think and believe things and value things and self-talk to themselves. That creates the behaviors they take. The behaviors they take plus a little luck, but the preparation, times, the opportunities coming to them, that's their luck. And the way that they prepare their minds, billionaires, top performers, artists, top sports players, athletes, tennis players, it doesn't matter. Fighters and war generals and all these people, these great people have great ways of believing things, great ways of thinking, great ways of acting, and those things lead to the behaviors they take. The behaviors they take every single day creates the life they live. I want to create an insane life, an amazing life, so I study insane people who live amazing lives and do amazing things. And I want to teach you those things about mindset. So I'm building a mindset brand and business only. Mindset brand and business. I'm not talking about anything else. Mindset. That's it. All of the time. Everything I do is on mindset. Products sold, mindset. Everything, mindset. And then in the meantime, as I'm generating cash for myself and helping other people, as I love to do, I'm also going to be applying and getting my way into one of the doors of one of these great entrepreneurs so that I can study them for 12 to 24 months and work with them and be valuable to them and become valuable to myself and to the people I love, to the people around me for my goals. That's what I'm doing. And when I'm doing that, I will come back here every so often, maybe weekly, maybe monthly, whatever, and I will document my journey. I'll document what I'm learning, what I'm doing, what I'm building, what I've built, who I've become. But mostly I'll be focusing on building a mindset, brand, and business. So it might not even be on this channel. It might be a different channel focused solely on mindset, Freddie's mindset, the mindset of other people that Freddie's stealing from in their books, whatever. That's what I'm doing, my friends. I wanted to document this mostly for me, but hopefully something helped you in here. Hopefully something is useful to you, or maybe you just want to follow along on that journey. But with that being said, my friends, I will see you very soon. Please have the greatest day of your life, just like I'm having today. Goodbye for now.